Hey, this is Skull Turkey throwing down with Minecraft, and we are ready to roll. Maps, Lethamyr, Super Hostile series. First things first, it turns out the white wool and the light gray wool were illegal maneuvers. You can't put them on the Victory Monument because I got them off sheep. And in fairness, when I did do that, I thought to myself, gosh, that doesn't seem like a very legal maneuver. But I checked the rules and sure as shooting I was right. Can't do that. But the brown wool, the iron block, the gold block, diamond block are okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward a little bit because this map is a lot about exploration. You can see I was showing the map I have in game there and how I had a lot of it explored, which is good. But this actual Vechs Super Hostile Series map, number 11, is a lot about exploration because when you get into this map, you don't necessarily know where everything is. Now, you have some general ideas. As you're walking around, you'll see things. You'll be like, oh, that could be a dungeon. There could be something in there. Things like that. So I'm going from my home base and spreading out to the north, south, east, west, all that stuff. We know the mountains are just past the lake, right? So if you look at the map, and then we also know kind of to, well, I guess I'd want to say north, but I don't think I've got my directions right on. Not that far from my home base, we have these little guys right here. And what I mean by that, of course, is this little tiny fort. As you get closer to the fort, you can hear the zombies and the skeletons moaning and groaning inside. And also, the forest, hopping around on the forest tops. Kind of like playing Tarzan, basically, right? Because, yeah, Tarzan was cool. So I'm Tarzaning my way through it, and that definitely gets you. Oh, there's the zombie. Alright, punk. Your days are numbered. Gonna go eastward on this stuff. You forgot your fortune cookie. Says you're shit out of luck. Bring it! Alright. So yeah, this is definitely a Vechs dungeon. Part of the map is randomly generated, other parts of the map are not. Some chests are random, some chests aren't. This map, this number 11 in the Super Hostile series by Vechs, I think so far is my favorite. And the reason is because some of it's random and some of it's not random. I think there's going to be monster spawners somewhere in this wall here. Because there's a discoloration in the bricks. Yep, I was right. Discoloration in the bricks is a dead giveaway. Although Vechs did do that on purpose. He's just such a nice guy. I'll block off the skeletons coming in from the other room. No need for the reinforcements. Then I'll be getting sandwiched between two enemy forces. Pincered, shall we say, flanked, and I will be annihilated. I'm surprised I didn't run out of food right there. Ow, that was my toe. I'm surprised I didn't run out of food right there. Usually when you're halfway through the fight, you run out of food, and then your health starts dropping, and it ain't regenning, and you're like, ah. Okay, now that we're clearing out this room, hopefully, let's get in here. Let's do this thing. Light them up. Oh, there we go. There's our problem. Skeletons everywhere. Let's try to kill them as quick as we can here. Get that. Alright, this guy, he's going down. Man, this sword is nice. That's one thing I'll say about this number 11 Vechs Super Hostile Series map, is because some chests have randomly generated contents, every now and then you can find a really awesome sword. I mean, maybe I just got lucky. But it's about to break anyway. Well, it's not about to break, but it's not doing so good. But you can see right here, like, this is an example of a quote-unquote randomly generated chest. They're not all going to look like that. Although I do notice there tends to be a lot of golden apples and a lot of ender pearls. Seems like that's a really common thing in these quote-unquote random chests. So maybe they're not truly random. Maybe they're pseudo-random. Oh yeah, blue wool. Dun 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 dun. Sweet. But yeah, pseudo-random. Maybe that's the best way to say it, pseudo-random. And your inventory, that's another problem with quote-unquote these chests, is your inventory fills up real fast because you'll have anywhere from 1 to 10 of just about every single item that you could foresee using, which is cool, but at the same time, it does tend to leave situations where after going through one dungeon, you're probably going to want to leave, go back to your home base, dump all your stuff in the chest, and just get out of there. Which is fine, that's probably better for overall gameplay strategy. Some of the Vechs Super Hostile series in previous times, oh, there's me leaving. Goodbye, Fort. Thank you for the blue wool. I appreciate it. There's my map again. There's where I'm heading. Oh, yeah. But some of the Vechs Super Hostile series in the past, excuse me, you go to some of these dungeons and, well, basically there's so little in the dungeon except for the wool and monster bits because you're killing monsters and collecting, string, bones, zombie flesh, things like that, that you had enough in your inventory to go to the next dungeon and you'd, for the most part, be fine. Shisha, blue wool. Right next to the brown. I guess that makes sense since that fort was actually just a little bit away from this home base. So that's cool. Now we're going to go through the chest, put all this stuff in here. My chests are pretty unorganized back at home, so I'll spare you that. And the next dungeon is something I found while I was jumping up and down the treetops around the place. Once again, I'm sparing you all the exploration footage. See it over there? That's the dungeon way over there, that odd-shaped group of trees that in no way, shape, or form could be random. You see there's a building up on top of it. Now, I don't know if there's an entrance to that building on top of that tree structure from below, or I have to hack my way through the vines. So I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go down below and test the depths of the tree dungeon. But yeah, I gotta say overall I like this map, mainly because it's focused on exploration. But I've been cutting out a lot of that content from these videos. It's really boring just to watch me go running around in circles for half an hour to fill up a map and look and see where the dungeons are. So that's effectively what I'm doing. I'm just looking for where things are. I don't know where everything is. Wow, there's a lot of monsters all of a sudden. And there's some monster spawners. Oh dear. Okay. This is probably a mistake in hindsight. Oh yeah, see I'm getting... Ugh, ow, leave me alone. Stop hurting me. I still want to make sure if there is or isn't an entrance down here, though. So I'm gonna... Oh, there's a creeper. Ah, get your sword out. No, didn't even think... Oh, boy. No, there's another one. Defend! Defend! Attack! Run! Ugh, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Seriously, I'm getting hammered from every angle. Sons of buckets. Where'd I hear that from? I can't remember who told me that one. Son of a bucket. I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, anyway. Well, I didn't see any entrances up there. So if the building's on top of the tree, then I'm going to avoid the big, huge mob of monsters. Now I'm going to see if I can't play Little Tarzan. Which, of course, I immediately fail at by falling down. Because I suck. Okay, let's try this again. Haha. Should have probably just deleted that out of the video. Be like, yeah, nothing happened there. Woo, I'm so cool. Woo. Alright, we're playing Tarzan. Oh, yeah. Jump that. Let's see, oh. I think that's what he used to do. Sweet, okay, there we go. I don't think I can get through that. I'll have to, yep. Excuse me, man, woo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. We'll just chop our way through here, throw some blocks on the ground, do what we gotta do. It's kind of nice when you're going through and exploring the world. It definitely is a little bit different than what you're used to if you've been playing Vechs Super Hostile series for a long time. Speaking of which, and this will be a bit of a dated timepiece, man, they're just starting to work on the patches where there's emeralds and you can trade with villagers, and they've got adventure mode on the horizon. You know, people watching this a month or two after I make it will be like, that patch is like so old news. But while I'm making this video, a lot of these content, or what do they call them, snapshots? A lot of these snapshots are very much not old news, they're very new news. And I think it's pretty exciting stuff. I gotta say, the more I play Minecraft, the more I like it. Now, don't get me wrong, I know people are already upset. They're saying, oh, cold turkey, what about Guild Wars 2? Trust me, you have no idea how ready I am for Guild Wars 2. I am just, I want it. You know what I mean? Like, remember when you were a kid, and you really wanted a video game? Or maybe you are a kid and you still do this. I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted a video game, and I saved up my allowance money and my birthday money, you know, mowing lawns or doing whatever. Oh yeah, like Blue Wool, baby. Sweet ching. And I saved up all that money, and then finally my parents would be going to some random place where there's video games. I'd go with them, and I was so excited the whole way. I just couldn't wait. And I bought that game, and I popped it in there. It's like that excitement when you're a kid, and you're just so excited. Like Final Fantasy 1. I just remember things about that game from my childhood. And I can't even really describe it, because when you're a kid, you're much more impressionable, and that definitely sets kind of what type of video games you like. But I still play Final Fantasy 1 to this day, which is funny, because a lot of people don't like it, because it's such an old school game, but I love it. Anyway, that's kind of what Guild Wars 2 is for me. It's the only game in the last, I would say, the last game I was this excited about, and people will get on me for this, is World of Warcraft, to be honest. But remember, this was in World of Warcraft. I mean, I was playing in the closed and open beta in World of Warcraft, and I played World of Warcraft up until basically I stopped right after they introduced cross-server battlegrounds, which, if my memory serves me correct, and it probably doesn't, was about 3 or 4 months before they put out the first expansion to increase it to level 70. So, there you go. It's been a while since I've been this excited about a game. Guild Wars 2 is going to be awesome, but I am playing Minecraft right now, digging my way out of the forest dungeon on my way back home with my new wool. Shasha! Some people are like, stop talking about Guild Wars 2 when you're playing Minecraft. Fool, I talk about what I want. I talk about any game. Yeah. Because that's what this channel's about more so nowadays. Instead of just talking about one game, I just talk about whatever I feel like talking about. You know, maybe I'll be playing Minecraft for the next 2 or 3 months, and then Guild Wars 2 will come out. Although I really hope Guild Wars 2 comes out sometime in July. Man, that would be so nice. I don't think they're going to be able to make a June release date because we got the beta event coming up soon. Light blue wool, cha-ching, dun 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 dun. Sweet, that was awesome. Excuse me. Alright, so, and then we've got a third dungeon that's nearby to our opening base. Remember, these 3 dungeons are all dungeons that, if you look at my map, that I had found while I was exploring the area. This is kind of a tower in the plains, which is just off to the side of the forest, which contains the lake and the hall where you have all your chests and everything. So, into the Tower of Doom. It's a very tall tower, and it seems to be going up, up, up. So it's definitely a vertical experience. I'm going to guess the danger here is going to be falling. Yeah, see, like right there, you would expect it to be in line with the building. Instead, it was 1 block out. So the big dangers are probably going to be falling, and if I was Vechs, or, well, let's just say I've played enough of these maps to know, chances are eventually there's going to be creepers somewhere, because nothing's worse than being this high up and having a creeper explode and you plummet to your ultimate death and doom. Vechs is the kind of guy who does stuff like that, people. Just live with it. So I'm definitely going to have to be wary. As soon as I start hearing zombie noises, skeleton noises, or creeper noises, the sword's out, I'm in defense mode, and I'm ready to block off entrances and things like that. Because I'm going to take a wild guess and say that the wool is... See, right there, look at that. That's tricky. I'm going to say that the wool is on the top of this tower. So if worse comes to worse, I could always just do a straight vertical ascension via block placement and just circumvent the whole stupid thing. Problem is it's so tall, it's going to take a lot of blocks, and I don't have that many with me on hand. So I want to get as high up through the tower as I can before I have to start putting down the blocks. So yeah, alright, see, look at all these narrow bridges. Like right there, man, if there's a creeper right there, or TNT, yeah, that's another thing that could be here too, is like TNT traps. Ugh, that's going to be scary. Oh, did you hear it? There it is. Boom. I heard it. Parry mode activated. No more joking around. There's monsters in here. What? See? What did I tell you? Get it? Ooh, ooh, got lucky on that one. Okay, let's parry. There we go. Okay, come here, skeleton. Days number punk. Get him off here. Throw him off the tower. Whoa. Okay, there are the spawners. Let's get in there. Come on, let's get these guys out of here. Boom. Spawner down. Bam. Spawner down. No. Woo. Just when I get that creep, man. Whew. What's over here? This is probably how you were supposed to get out of the building before the creeper blew up the wall. Jeez. Okay, so I got lucky there. The creepers blew up, but like I said, I was ready for it. I had my defensive sword ready. Parry mode. Ever since they introduced parrying, I think the game is a lot easier, and as such, you can take on a lot more monsters at once. Simply because the damage mitigation through parrying is so, well, powerful. Okay, now let's not dance with death there and get too close to the edge. There we go. Alright. Normally I don't like breaking glass with my sword. I prefer to use a block. What's with purple wool? Alright, chest number 1. Looks pretty random. I don't think I need any more rotten flesh. Or eyeballs. I'll take the enchanting potion for sure. Cookies are always good. Bones are good because you can turn that into bone meal, which is allow you to mass process food a lot faster. Yeah, I'll take some of those. Yeah, ladders are good just in case you find yourself in a dungeon. Definitely take wood. Wood is good. School is bad, as Beavis and Butthead have told us. Yeah. Feather boots. Alright, let's do it. Come on, get out of here. Okay, I'll leave you with the sign. No? Get out of my inventory. Get. Okay. Let's equip these things and let's see. This is probably a bad idea. I think these feather boots are actually a trap. He wants us to jump the whole distance and die. So I'm going to outfox him and not jump the whole distance. I'm going to jump down to the nearest stairwell here. Okay, so I'll only last 1.5. Okay, I lost another 1.5. You know, that's pretty reasonable, actually. That's not too bad. So I'll be able to fall in little hop, skips, and jumps. Ooh, oh, lost quite a bit there. Okay, starting to lose a little more. Give me a second to regen here. My food's still at max. I might have to snack on a beef steak. Can you imagine some guy walking around with a sword and like 12 beef steaks in his other hand? That'd be kind of weird. I think that'd be kind of weird. You see somebody walking around in the real world with a sword made of diamond and 12 beef steaks in his other hand. It's like, what's up? Bring it. Okay, we're losing some health, but I think we're good to go for a while. Yep. These feather boots are pretty dang nice, I gotta admit. But I still think it's a trap to jump from the very, very top and fall all the way. Maybe one of these days I'll come back and test that theory, but yeah, not right now. Right now, I just need to get back home. Okay, there we are. That's where we're gonna go. Let's do this thing. On the road again. I can't wait to get on. Okay, enough singing. Could you sing tenor? Tenor 15 blocks down the road? Oh, hey yo. That's a joke from a guy I heard at work. It's pretty funny. Anyway, so I'm back in my home base. I've got my purple wool. Well, I got a bed in the base, so it doesn't really matter. Sun's about to set. Look at that. 4 pieces of wool, 3 blocks. And you know what? I think that's a good ending point for this video. Hooray! Cold turkey is awesome. So I've got some dungeons under my belt. Let's hit the sack, guys. I think it's nap time. This is Cold Turkey. Thanks for watching.